This video contains spoilers. I take it if you're watching this, you have indeed watched Inception and it left you confused, to say the least. So I'm going to try and break it down. Step by step of this movie would result in this video being way too long. And yeah, I just don't have the energy to do a step by step because you genuinely need to watch the movie for you to get certain things. So I'm going to keep it very brief, short, just so that I can give you an idea of what you might have missed. So the basic plot is Cobb steals information from his targets by entering their dreams. Saito offers to wipe clean Cobb's criminal record if he agrees to perform an inception on his sick competitor's son. And the first 20 or so minutes of the movie actually explain how this whole idea of, sharing dreams and stuff works. Now, the way in which they're meant to perform this inception is by having multiple layers of dreams and placing an idea in the deepest part of Fisher's subconscious so that he will believe that he thought of the idea by himself. So we go over the plan in full detail as the movie progresses. One of the things said is that Fisher would need to be sedated for him to be asleep long enough for the inception to actually take place. A plot point you need to keep in mind, however, is that Cobb is a criminal in the US, which means he definitely cannot set foot on American soil without being arrested. Saito offers to wipe clean his entire criminal record by making one phone call, and another plot point is that this is going to happen on a plane. So the inception takes place on a plane from Sydney to Los Angeles, right? Cobb manages to sedate Fisher, and now the real action begins. Now the first layer takes place in Yusuf's dream. Very quickly our team realizes that Fisher's subconscious has been trained to fight against extraction, which is, shared dreaming. And here lies the conflict of the movie, because everything seemed all peaches and cream until everyone's being attacked by Fisher's subconscious. In every layer of dreams, Fisher's subconscious is defending itself by attacking our team. And yes, our team, because we're all rooting for them, are we not? So in this first layer of the dreams, Saito is shot, and you just can't carry on. And one of the people say, okay, why don't we just shoot him and end his misery, because then he's gonna wake up. And we hear that he actually won't wake up because he's too heavily sedated, which would mean he would drop down into limbo, and if he ever made it out of limbo, his brain would be scrambled, type of thing, so he wouldn't remember anything. And conflict. Now Mal, who is Cobb's dead wife but is a permanent part of his subconscious, keeps interfering with dreams in which Cobb is in, right? She always somehow manages to escape and do something that just creates conflict for Cobb and his team. So as they go into the second layer, Cobb decides to use a gambit, which basically tells the dreamer that he is dreaming and makes him aware that everything that's happening isn't real. He does this without knowing whether or not it's going to work. Cobb manages to convince Fisher to join their team and to help them, because he says that people are trying to get into his head. Really risky, if I do say so myself. Okay, so imagine a thief comes to you and says, hey, there are people who want to break into your house, we need to fix your security system. Then you let the thief in to your security system. That's basically what goes on here, because now Fisher's helping these guys steal from him, and he doesn't know that they want to steal from him. Well, not steal, but implant something in his subconscious, right? So remember when I said Mal just keeps ruining stuff? Yeah, well, this time she comes and she kills Saito, and Cobb and Ariadne have to make another layer of a dream so that they can try and bring Saito back from limbo, as well as Fisher, because Fisher needs to be resuscitated because he was shot as well. Yeah, so the fourth layer now becomes the world that Cobb and Mal created with each other. So there's this thing called a totem, which helps you keep track of whether or not you're in a dream. Do I have mine? It's, gonna use a coin as my totem. Let's just say it's a poker chip, because this is technically not money. So for Cobb, he has a little spinning top which he would spin. If it topples like any normal spinning top would do, you would know that he's in the real world. But if he was in a dream, it would just keep on spinning and spinning and spinning, right? That's also a very important thing to the movie, because it ends with the top continuously spinning for quite a while, which is leaves you wondering. Right, so because this movie was so awesome, I'm gonna give you a couple of quotes to take with you. You're gonna have to excuse me, I haven't dramatically monologued in a bit, so this is just without practice, just getting straight into it. Just gonna do it, man. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. Dreams feel real when we're in them. It's only when we wake up that we realize that something was actually strange. What is the most resilient parasite? Bacteria? A virus? An intestinal worm? An idea. Resilient. Highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks right in there somewhere. Do you want to take a leap of faith, or become an old man, filled with regret, waiting to die alone? She locked away a secret deep inside herself, something she once knew to be true, but chose to forget. Killing him would just wake him up, but pain is in the mind. You need the simplest version of the idea in order for it to grow naturally in the subject's mind. It's a subtle art. An idea is like a virus, resilient, highly contagious, and the smallest seed of an idea can grow to define or destroy you. Alright, so the execution of the ideas in this movie was, I think, pretty top tier. I haven't seen a lot of movies with a consistent rating such as this one. It is complex, yes, but it's a very interesting movie to watch. Okay, so I heard a theory about the movie that everything takes place inside Cobb's mind, as if Cobb was dreaming the entire movie. Pretty interesting, and I can see where it comes from, but if I go on to explain it, it might confuse you a bit further. And so, if you watched Inception when you were a bit younger, I recommend you watch it again. No distractions, no interruptions. Watch it when your mind is feeling refreshed, so that you actually think, because you need to think a lot in this movie. I think the moral of the movie is letting go. A lot of the time we bury things in the deepest part of our subconscious, whether we know it or not, and these often come back to haunt us as we live our lives. Let go of your troubles, your past if you aren't too proud of it, literally anything that can hinder you from living your best life. Take in every moment, make memories, enjoy it whilst you can, because it will be the realest thing you can ever experience. Unlike this. go subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, tell me what I should do next. Hope you enjoyed.